Hey, what's going on? It's yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks. And what am I going to talk about today? How about success and problem solving? It's interesting when we talk about success and problem solving because we think that they don't really go together. We look at success as the plateau, the mountain, the peak, the summit, right? It is the pinnacle of where we're trying to go. And at that point, there's no more heartache. There's no more problems. There's no more strife. It just works. We don't have to go through anything because now we're arrived. Well, that's not really the way it goes. Because in order to stay successful, you have to solve problems. People hire people that are successful because of their ability to solve problems. And a lot of times they're looking for people to solve problems transparently. Not the people that just point out, oh, here's a problem, oh, look at this, look at that. But simply the ones who notice it and just make the change. We're looking for people that are trying to make things better. Not make a commotion, not make a scene, but simply make a difference. Success and problem solving. Successful people don't have to overly announce that they are fixing problems. They just do. Just do what needs to be done. And a lot of times they put hard hours in behind the scenes that nobody ever sees. That's the lonely part of success, is knowing that sometimes nobody ever knew or knows what you've done. That's where the inner pride comes in. The looking within yourself and knowing that better and greater are inside of you. I've got a buddy of mine, I call him out right now, called Aaron. His name's Aaron. And he's with Air 7. And one of the things that he told me that kind of struck something that's kind of lasted was he was talking about the concept of plussing. And so plussing is simply taking something and making it better, right? You think that's simple, make it better. But what we're talking about here is something that's already working, something that's already good, that can pass for, what we need it to happen. It's fine. But for you, fine is not good enough. Something says I can make it better. And so that's plussing, okay? Plussing ties in with problem solving, which ties in with success. Successful people are not happy with just it going okay when they know they can make it better. Okay? Now, the other side of problem solving is preventative. It's seeing something that may be working at the moment, but may not work forever. And even though this is the moment that it can work, there is a season or a time that will come that it's not going to work anymore. And so we have to have our sights set further down the road for the time that eventuality happens and it no longer works. The people that deal with success from a problem-solving standpoint already are putting plans in place for when it happens. So the transition is seamless. We just roll right into it. And it appears like nothing even happened because what we did was we smoothed out the transition. Success and problem solving. What am I trying to say here? If you become a problem solver, you will be successful. Because what comes with problem solving is knowledge, insight, and it comes wisdom. Because now you know what this thing can and cannot do under a variable of circumstances. Here's a question for you. Are you a person that can stand one storm, or are you a person that can stand many types of storms? Successful people are not just good in one environment. They are proven and tested to be successful along a wide range of stressors and variables. So if you want to be successful, you've got to up your problem solving game in multiple areas. Don't just be happy with knowing just what you know. Become a sponge. Find out more, dig deeper, and don't be afraid to use your time to get better. I know a lot of people that say, my time is my time and they're not paying me for this. The people that say that are still in the same position they were last year. Because you cannot get better in the normal allocated time. You got to put some off-season hours in there if you want success through problem solving. Because if you're only putting in the time that everybody else is doing, you're only going to get what everybody else is getting. So there's this scenario that I think about a lot, and I hold it close to my heart because I view life through this lens, through the long view lens, right? And basically it goes like this. Let's see where you all would be at. Let's say you're on a team and you've got to play 70 games. And at the end of that 70 games, you are guaranteed, if you play all 70, to win the championship. Okay? Sounds easy. I play 70 games, I win the championship. Got it. No problem. Here's the kicker. What if, of those 70, you had to endure 30 brutal, agonizing defeats? Right? You had to go through hometown defeats, crushing blows, blowouts, injuries, bad calls, all of those in those 30 games that you did not win. But the 40, you're going to win. And that 40 will cause you to win the championship. And it will be the greatest Cinderella moment ever. Are you willing to endure some crushing defeats to come out on the other side as victorious? Success and problem solving. During those 30 agonizing defeats, you're working something out. You're figuring out where the holes are. You're shoring up the kinks, perfecting the plays so that you can win the other 40. But if you win every time, are you really winning? I don't think so. Without the problems to overcome, there is no true victory. There's only stagnation and no growth. Do you want to grow? Do you want to be successful? Do you want to have the maximum of your potential? You want to reach that mountain? Success and problem solving. Without the two, it doesn't work. You've got to be willing to take the licks. And not just take the licks, but utilize each lick that you take as a stepping stone to something greater. And look at every moment, every defeat, every setback, every no, every withdrawal, every person that walked out on you, every person that said it wasn't good enough, every idea that was thrown away, every dream that was crushed, and say, I'm willing to deal with that because where I see myself going is beyond all of that hurt and disappointment. I'm going somewhere else that's far reaching beyond that. Success and problem solving. Where do you want to be? This is yours truly, Kevin Key, Kevin Key Speaks, and I will see you on the next one. kevinkeyspeaks.com.